Yo guys, what's up? Dream here, and we're back to a little bit more Black Ops action on this gameplay. It's a team deathmatch on Villa, and it's kind of an older gameplay. It was back when my gamer tag was still HockeyGirl22, but I came across it on my hard drive, and I figured it's just as well for me to use it in the commentary than just let it stay there and go to waste. But it's a 27-3 gameplay, I'm pretty sure. I think I go 27-0 right until the end of the gameplay, where I die 3 times right at the end and kind of let it go or whatever. But still a good gameplay nevertheless. And how was you guys this weekend? It was a long weekend for us. I'm not sure if everyone got the long weekend. I think we call it May 2-4 here, but I think the weekend's for something about the Queen's birthday, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what it's about. We get a long weekend for the Queen's birthday. And I had some friends down this weekend from another town, and I think I had 4 of them stay with me. And that's why I didn't post this weekend. Usually, I would do a commentary over the weekend when I have more time, where exams are coming up, and even some of my exams are started. But I didn't get a chance this weekend, so I apologize for that. But now where we have Monday off for the long weekend, I decided I got a little bit of more free time because my friends just started to drive home. So here's the commentary for you guys. But during this commentary, I think I'm going to chill a little bit and talk about my trip to you guys. One of the stories about my trip. And for you guys who don't know, I went on a trip over Easter break or spring break, whatever you call it where you live, down to Costa Rica. And it was an amazing trip. I went down with my school and some of my friends, and I could not say one bad thing about this trip. But there was one day, I think someone had a voodoo doll or something, or I jinxed myself. And when I look back at the day, I laugh at it because it's a laughable experience, but I was so upset at the time. But I think I'm going to share that day with you guys because I find it funny, and hopefully you guys will too. Anywho, we were driving into the last place we were going to stay until we flew out, because we stayed in different parts of Costa Rica all over 10 days we were down there. And I think the place was called Jaco. It started with a J anyway, but I think it pronounced as a H. You know, I only really know 2 languages, English and French, English being my main one. So I think in Spanish, J pronounces a H sometimes. I'm not 100% sure, so please don't hold me on that. But anywho, we were driving into this town, and our tour guide was getting us situated. Okay, here's your room keys, here's where you're going to stay, and who your roommates are, and all that great stuff that you'd like to know. And then he said something different that he haven't said before. He was like, and because this is such a nice beach resort place that we're staying in the town, it's really big for tourists, so the crime rates has kind of escalated there. And that kind of got me really scared. I was like, oh dear, what if something happens to me or whatever? So I looked over at my friend. I was like, okay, the last thing I really want to happen to me is to get separated from the group. That would be my biggest fear right about now. So anywho, we go to our room, and then our teachers come, and they're like, okay, we're going to go to the grocery store to get some food and water, because you know, we kind of need that down there. And so we went out, and it was all fine. We were in the grocery store. And then our teachers decided, okay, we're going to go look for some souvenirs, because it's always nice to bring some stuff home to your friends and family. So I was like, okay, that's cool too. Let's go souvenir shopping. And then me and my friend, we were looking at this kind of puzzle thing, seeing if we could solve it, and we could not get it, and we got right into it. Anywho, we turns around, and then our group is gone. And I began to freak out. I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do? We're separated from the group. And my friend was like, yo, chill, they'll be back, and don't worry about it. And I was like, but I'm just so scared right now. And I started to cry. And when I think back at it, it was so stupid of me, because my friend looks out the door of the place, and then our group is just in the place right next to us. And then I was too busy freaking out to even realize to look outside. But, yeah. I was kind of upset then, so after we get that situated, and I walked the rest of the way holding someone's hand because I was scared I was going to get lost again, we go to another place, and then we were kind of done souvenir shopping at that, and we just wanted to go to the pool or whatever. But our teacher was like, oh, come look at this cool thing. We went to another shop. And then these two women approached me, and they only speak Spanish, and I don't. And they were trying to communicate with me, and I noticed they had a broken magnet in their hand. And then I guess after 5 minutes of them trying to talk to me and me not understanding a thing they're saying, they leave. But then they come back with a man. And this is when I started to wonder, like, okay, what in the world is going on now? And the man speaks not the greatest English, but enough English that I could understand him. And then he started to say something like, you break this magnet, you break this magnet. And I was like, no, I didn't break no magnet. And he was like, you break this magnet, you pay for this magnet. And then the two women start like yelling at me again, and then this man's yelling at me in poor English. And then I was like, okay. I didn't even touch anything in the store because I didn't plan on buying anything. And then I had these three people yelling at me in a foreign language. Like, just imagine that, having people yell at you in a foreign language. But anyway, I managed to escape that to go back to my room. And I learned this a hard way. You're not supposed to flush toilet tissue down the toilet in Costa Rica because of their sewage system or whatever. But, you know, knowing me, I didn't know at the time, and I happened to flush toilet tissue down the toilet. And this is this is the best one. I managed to flood out a great big hotel room with a balcony and everything. There was water flowing down over the balcony like a waterfall. The room was up to my ankles in water. There was like water like squirting out of the toilet like you see in a movie, like a fountain. And then I managed to do that. So here I am in a submarine, down in a foreign country. I managed to get lost, get yelled at in a foreign language for something I didn't do, and flood out a hotel room, creating a waterfall. And then there was water coming from like where the toilet connects to the floor, coming squirting up through the toilet bowl and out through the box of the toilet and all that great stuff. Anyway, at least I didn't have to get paid for anything, and all I had to do was mop it up, slowly but surely. Anywho, that was an interesting day in Costa Rica, and when I look back at it now, I laugh at it, but, you know, it's all good. Anyways, guys, I had a good trip, and I hope you guys have a good day.